All right, traders. Mark here. Today is Saturday morning, March 24th. So I haven't been putting out a lot of videos lately because I've been dealing with some very frustrating issues regarding, well, the software that you're looking at here. So it turns out there was actually a bug inside of NinjaTrader 8 that has to do with the global crosshair. And it would not allow the the strategy and the software to communicate properly across the three charts. And so it would crash my machine, and it wasn't giving the proper errors where we'd be able to figure out where the problem was. Anyway, so it's taken forever to figure this out, and now we're working with NinjaTrader to try to resolve it. But I've got a semi-working version here, and I thought I'd just walk you through what's going on and what I'm trying to accomplish. So this is Market Replay on NinjaTrader 8, and the beautiful thing about Market Replay is I can go back through a trading day and I can test a strategy. I can test the functionality of this specific indicator. So here's what I want to do. I want to walk through just maybe an hour or so of the day. I'll speed up so it doesn't take an hour, don't you worry. And I want to show you kind of what this thing will do. So you see these little buttons up here? Well, the up arrow will take longs, and if I have the up arrow clicked, what it's going to do is it's going to wait for a green zone and then a blue bar inside that green zone, and then what it does is it will place a buy stop order above the high of the blue bar. It will also read the ATR to determine the volatility in the market, because this is what I use for my stop. Then it looks at my account balance, and it takes whatever risk percent that I have, and it will automatically calculate the number of contracts that I should be trading based on my account size. So if you're in a highly volatile market and you have a smaller account, this thing won't let you trade. And what I've done is I've also capped the number of contracts at 20. Now, you can put whatever number you want in there, but for me it's 20. And the account that is on here is a $100,000 account, so it should just be trading 20 contracts. Anyway, let's get started here. So, I still have to know the system rules, because I have to know whether I want to be long or short. And you can see right now, because I am red and red, I want to be short. The only time I'm going to click along is if I'm inside of a green zone on the high time frames on my 5-minute or 15. Okay, let's get started. Well, I got the wrong button clicked. Alright, so again, I've got long, short, and this one is off. So you just click the off button and it doesn't take any trades. Now, when would I want to click the off button? Well, I want to click the off button if I don't have a trend here. Okay? So if these are not the same color, I want this to be off until my high time frame is inside of a zone. And then at that point, I can just go ahead and I can click the green button and wait for a zone to appear. Okay. Let's try it out. We'll speed this thing up a little bit so we're not here all day. Go 50x. Okay, let me pause this. Alright, so here we go. It took its first trade. And you can see how many contracts did it do. 17, it did 20 contracts. Alright. So it put an order in. Here's my blue bar. Here's a red zone. Here's the blue bar. So I got filled a few at 74.75, and then the rest of them were filled at 74.50. And then I got my stop loss. Some filled at 77.50, the remainder filled at 77.25. And so the ATR at that point in time was 2.01, so it should have been a 2.25 stop. So let's just double check that. So 74.75. What we got? 76.75. So this thing got slipped a couple ticks. So what I may end up having to do is, instead of putting a sell stop under here, what I could do is I could just put a limit order here that would trigger once price ticks one tick below. Okay. I wish I wasn't going so fast so I could actually have seen the order go through. That was way too quick. Let me slow this thing down. Okay, you guys probably couldn't hear that, but it said order canceled. So it actually started to put an order in, but because this zone was broken, it canceled the order. I'm just going to slow this thing down because the market is moving fast enough on its own. Pretty volatile week we had this week. And let's see, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, Thinkorswim Ninja Trader got beat up quite a bit. Okay, I've got a potential zone here. Let's see if price can come back into it. It got close to where it would trigger. It was one tick away, so it did not trigger. Let's see if price can get up there. One tick away again. This thing may take off without me here. So you can see how it's only taking shorts because I have the down arrow checked. So there's a blue bar and a green zone, and there was no trade. All right, here we go. Let's see if we get a blue bar. Okay, there we go. So I just paused the market here. Let's just walk through this one. All right, so here's my blue bar. The bottom of this bar is 96.25. So I should have been filled at 96. I actually got 2 ticks of favorable slippage, which does happen because you have a sell stop and then it goes market. So I got 2 ticks of favorable slippage on this piece and then 3 ticks on this piece, which makes up for the slippage that I had on the last one. Okay, so I wish it would show. Oh, you know what? It won't show the orders because this is a strategy and you can't have the chart trader on. That doesn't actually make sense. Maybe it's because it's market replay. I wonder if I have something checked. I'm not going to mess with it because it takes a while for this thing to load, so I don't want to mess with anything. So we'll just let the market go here. So if we look at the prior bar ATR, stop should be about 2 points here. Okay, so there we go. Stopped out. All right, so we were at 96.50, so it was right at 2 points was a stop. So again, it was right on the money on a handful of them, and then some favorable slippage on a couple of them. Okay, so it should re-enter, and you can see it already did. See what happened here, guys? It was stopped out right here, but we're still in a zone, and this is still a blue bar. Now, what's the problem with this trade? Well, I wasn't paying attention. This thing had turned green. I was too focused on watching the price action here, but this thing turned green. So had I been paying attention, I should have turned this off. But regardless, I'll go ahead and turn it off now, and we'll just and then you can see it was stopped out. And then it would have taken another trade right here, because here's another blue bar, so it would have taken another trade. So right now, there's nothing to do. So we'll just zip the market ahead here. I need to get rid of those labels because I can't see the charts, my high time frame charts, very well. There's a nice trade, but it was not with my trend. Okay, and if this thing turns green, obviously I'm going to hit that up arrow. At the same time, we're getting close to a possible sell zone on the 5-minute. Okay, here we go. So we're green and green, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this up arrow. And I am going to slow this thing down. And it should not be taking a trade out of that green zone because it's not a fresh green zone. It's been a lot of coding here, guys. This thing has been a true bear to tackle. Okay, here we go. Let me slow this thing down to regular speed. We're waiting for a blue bar. And we may not get it before we break through the zone. Okay, so it just said order pending, so I now have an order sitting at 10.25, a buy stop at 10.25. And my ATR is 1.8, so I should have a 2-point stop. It just said order canceled. So it's functioning the way that it should. This is really good news. Honestly, guys, this is the first time that I've tried this. Okay, so let's zip to the next zone. Okay, longs are now off. So now I just came up here and hit the off button. All right, guys, you get the idea. I'm not going to continue going through the whole day because you guys are going to get bored, and I know I'm not the most exciting person to listen to. So I just wanted to at least showcase this to you so you can kind of get an idea of what I've been working on and the way that it is going to operate. All right, gang, stand by. I'm getting close. Hopefully, within the next couple weeks, I'm going to have this thing ready to send out. So sit tight. All right, gang, have a great rest of your weekend.